Nobody can stop me, nobody can hold me, nobody control me.
Welcome back to the MVP's Lounge. I'm your host, The King, joined here by Frank White.
Yeah.
And we're here to give you our predictions for Nxt Battleground at the UFC Apex Arena in Las Vegas. It's about to be lit.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great show. I'm looking forward to it.
When they showed like the drone cam into the arena, like I wonder how much people are going to fit in there.
I was wondering that same thing too. I wasn't quite sure of that, but I guess we're going to find out tomorrow.
Snap, it is tomorrow. That's crazy. It's gonna be a great night. We will start off first with Roxanne Perez, the NXT Women's Champion, versus the TNA Knockouts Women's Champion, Jordynne Grace.
Got a little bit of crossover going here. I went back and looked at some highlights or whatever about this Jordynne Grace. She's pretty good. I don't know if so. Here's the thing with that match. I'm not exactly sure what they're going to do because obviously neither company wants their champion to lose. With that being said, though, and I think WWE is going to be working with TNA a lot more into the future. So I'm not exactly sure what they want to do, but I will say this: it is a WWE event, so take with that however you will and feel about that. I think Roxanne may get the W, but it won't be a clean W. I think she'll win, but it won't be clean.
Okay, that's honestly my similar thoughts. I thought Roxanne was going to win this match. And it's going to be in a dirty way just to keep at least Jordynne Grace strong. Because what Jordynne Grace did in that one match that she had already, like she looked like a freak athlete and that she would kill Roxanne. So it would only be believable for me to see Roxanne cheat her way to a victory. But not going to lie to you, Roxanne is a 3-time NXT Women's Champion. It wouldn't. Yeah. 3 times. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if they was just like, Roxanne, you've held this belt long. You've had 3 times already. We in business with TNA. Let's put a little shining bow on their star here and give her the belt.
I mean, it's a possibility. It's definitely a possibility. Like you just said, like she hasn't. I mean, she's a 3-time champion, so it wouldn't necessarily hurt her per se to lose the title. I don't think she's moving up anytime soon, though. That would be my counter to that. Like, I don't think she's moving up anytime soon. Although she could be, who knows? I feel like they wouldn't be doing any call-ups though until probably. I feel like they wouldn't be doing any call-ups to probably SummerSlam time, but that's just my thoughts on that. But she could. It's definitely a possibility for her to win. That's for sure. I wouldn't be mad at it personally. If Jordynne Grace would have won. I think it would kind of be cool and kind of it makes sense, honestly, because it's just like based off what we have seen from this Jordynne Grace girl, she good.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not outside the realms of impossibility that she can win. I was just saying simply because it's a WWE show. She might win. Roxanne might win, but also just to solidify their relationship with TNA, and probably kind of try to put some people in TNA who might be weary of this and think they might just get fed to people in WWE. It might be a good idea for Roxanne to lose. And like you pointed out, she's already a 3-time champion, so it's not really hurting her to lose.
Oops, I talked to my cohorts, and they have told me she's actually just a 2-time, tying with Charlotte and Shayna. But still,
Okay,
two-time champion still.
I mean,
Like-
look at what the realm, even with 2-time champion, look at the realm she's in, Charlotte and Shayna. So yeah, I'm gonna say so. I'm gonna kind of cheat the system here. I'm gonna say for this one, mine says Roxanne, heart says Jordan Grace, just to solidify that relationship with TNA.
Same here. I'm gonna agree with
that.
that.
Would be kind of also something I just thought about. That would low key be kind of cool to see that, that type of relationship, with TNA by seeing a WWE championship, because we've seen TNA titles on WWE TV before. I can't recall seeing a WWE championship on TNA.
Nope, we have not seen that yet. And honestly, it would like doing this not merger, but this combined partnership with them would, because like again, she like on her jacket that she had the other day, the NXTNA, like you could do a whole pay-per-view just off that.
You really could. That Survivor Series is going to be tough.
Yeah. That'd be kind of, oh crap, hold on. WWE versus TNA and Survivor Series? Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with it. Mine says Roxanne, heart says Jordan Grace.
I'm with it, same. On to the next matchup. The 6-women ladder match to crown the inaugural women's North American champion. Mia Yim, Lash Legend, Kaylani Jordan, Miss Jada Parker, Sol Ruka, and Fallon Henley. The only white person in this match.
Sol Ruka is white. We're not gonna do this.
Bruh, she like half black, bro. Or quarter, I don't know.
I hear you, big dog.
Somebody black in that family. I don't know.
Hey man, if they saying she is, I guess she is. I whatever. That's neither here nor there. In this match, I've seen some chatter about who people think are going to win, and I'm kind of leaning that way as well. And for what I've been seeing, a lot of people say is they're thinking Lash is going to win. And
you know what? I've seen that, but for me, like I gotta do 2 picks. Like who I want to win and who I think is gonna win. Who I want to win is Jada Parker. Who I think is going to end up winning is Lash.
Okay. Yeah, I personally think. Well, my heart and brain picks are right there together. I want Lash to win. I'm a big fan of Jada Parker. I am. They can feud after though. With this being a ladder match and nobody having to eat a pin, all these women will still be involved for the most part, at least. I think depending on the showings in this, I think it's going to be half and half. Because, like, say if Jordan Grace beats Roxanne, to add some prestige or have good matches in the mid-card scene, you could send Roxanne down to the mid-card scene to help elevate that title scene. You can also, it's probably going to end up being half and half depending on performance in this match, as far as, like, half these women are probably going to be in the main event NXT Women's Championship scene, and some of them are going to be in the North American Championship scene. I'm thinking the 3 that are going to be main event are the person who's going to win, the champion. She'll eventually be in the main event NXT Women's Championship scene. Also, Sol Ruka and Jada Parker. And then I believe
Sol Ruka gonna be doing the Ricochet stuff in this match.
Yeah, because I haven't seen much else from her. Like I'm not really big on her talking or whatever. But she's definitely going to be her finisher is very over. People love her finisher, and that she can kind of hit the finisher on people from anywhere. Um, but yeah, like she is I think her, Jada, and Lash are going to come out as far as being the upper on the mid on as far as upper mid card, which means they'll probably be mid card champions at some point, and then eventually move to the uh, main event scene with the NXT Women's Championship. As far as the other women are concerned, which is Fallon Henley, Kaylani Jordan, and Mia Yim, they'll just be mid. They'll stay in mid card. Mia Yim is the vet in this match. That's going to probably organize a lot of it and make sure shit goes as planned. Kalani Jordan, although she got a lot of potential, she's not. She ain't there yet. Um, and Fallon Henley, she'll be a good heel in that mid card scene for sure. I think she may actually be a mid card champion as well. I don't really see her in the main event scene at any point, but I think she'll be a good heel foil for any face North American Women's Champion.
I agree. I agree. She already has a bunch of stuff going on with her and Kaylani, and then her and Thea. So
Yep.
yeah, she'll most likely be their quintessential heel for the mid card. Thea might end up going for this belt as well because they've been trying to push her towards that NXT Women's title, but I guess in a way of preparing her to get ready, I guess we could start with the North American Championship first.
Yeah. Thea has had some good stories. She's good in the ring. She's very likable. I had no idea until like last week she was so young. I had no idea Thea Hill was only 20 years old. I'm like, that's fucking crazy. I'm like, bro, she was born like my freshman year of high school. That's crazy. And here she is wrestling on TV now.
Mm-hmm. Plenty of room to grow. 9 height though. All right, next match. We got the NXT.
That is crazy.
We got the NXT Underground match between Shayna Baszler, Lola Vice. I'm gonna say this now just to get it out the way. It's gonna be match of the night, and I feel like they're gonna put it. I really, because again, you in the UFC Apex arena, you might as well do it just to show off your arena. Throw them in the octagon. Just do it. You ain't got to do it the NXT Battleground ring gimmick. You can throw them in the octagon. It would be perfect. Perfect.
Now, I will say this. I'm 100% with you. I think that's what they should do. The question is, will they? Because I'm 1,000% with you. I believe that would be fantastic to do that for that match. If you're going to be in a literal UFC building, this would be the perfect match for the underground match to be in a cage. So that would make perfect sense. And not to mention, for those of you who might be uninformed, this is actually nothing new. They've done this before in the past in WWE, have matches in UFC cages. This has happened before. As a matter of fact, I think Ken Shamrock had a match like this with Vince McMahon. So it would be cool if they did that. I would look forward to it. Whether they do it or not, we don't know. I would really hope they would, though. I think it'll be a really good idea if they went that way and had that match there. But as far as who's winning this, the way they're building Lola Vice, I don't see her losing this match and getting Shayna be the one to put her over as like the ultimate badass. She already beat Natty, and then having her beat Shayna too. This is awesome. I'm actually a big fan of this, and big fan of Lola Vice, man. Like she's got the whole package. Like she's very attractive girl, obviously. Um, really good in the ring, and then she brings that whole badass aspect of it with the fact that she's trained in martial art, mixed martial arts and shit like that. Like she legitimately got hands. You know what I'm saying? So that brings that to the table as well. So and they do seem like they're really working to get her over in that way. So yeah, I'm fucking with it. I'm taking Lola Vice.
I'm also taking Lola Vice. She's the new Latina Heat. She about to turn up. She about to beat Shayna down into submission, and then she gonna dance on her dead body.
Yeah, that is a thing. She's definitely going to do that. That is definitely a thing that's going to happen.
Please, 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 Sean, WWE, put them in the octagon. If you can't, I'll live with it. But it would, hey, it would be great. On to the next matchup for the North American Championship. Obafemi versus Wesley versus Joe Coffey.
Who? Who? Yeah.
Y'all already know who we got winning. Oh Lord. Yeah, Obafemi is gonna end up
This is Oba's match to lose. I don't believe he's losing it. He's been on a tear. He's been killing shit. I don't see them having him lose. I just do not see that happening at all. I feel like they made it I did feel like they made it a triple threat just to, if in case he does lose, he don't have to eat a pin to lose. So I will say that. That adds some intrigue to it because him not having to eat a pin in order to lose makes this match interesting as the fact that he could actually very well lose. Because you just don't see anybody just flat out beating Obafemi straight up and down. You just don't see that being a viable option. But in a triple threat, you got to be beaten straight up. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say he wins, but I know they want to. At least how they presented them, I think they want to do something with Joe, and Wesley. So especially with him coming back off an injury, they might not be trying to have him lose at a pay-per-view. So Joe might just be there to eat the pin though. So whether it be from Wesley or from Oba.
if I'm gonna be honest with you, my heart is saying Oba's going to dominate and killing both these dudes. But my brain is telling me something different. My brain is kind of saying that the main event scene is looking real thin because we just got Ethan Page and it was looking thin as hell. And we're getting closer to SummerSlam time. Mm-hmm. I think they might build Oba to face Trick at SummerSlam for NXT.
You know what? That could be a thing. And then possibly bring Trick up to the main roster after SummerSlam.
Yeah.
That could be a thing. That could definitely be a thing. But the whole thing, though, is like we just said, NXT is for sure lacking star power. If they was to bring Trick up, it would probably be to bring Trick up to put him on SmackDown, but I'm not certain they want to put him around Carmelo so soon, considering they just had their blow-off feud in NXT. And at the end of the day, people do watch both products. So whether they would want to bring Trick up immediately after that is, I don't know. But I will say, though, There's definitely a possibility to put Oba Femi in the main event scene, so Trick can have some more competition. Um, so
Let's
I'm
see.
assuming they don't have any more.
NXT's next pay per view is
The SummerSlam.
NXT. No, it's July 7th.
So they got one before SummerSlam weekend, or do they not have one for SummerSlam weekend?
As of right now, nah, I don't see anything on the schedule for before SummerSlam weekend. The only thing they got is July 7th, which is NXT Heat Wave, and it says it's going to be in Toronto, Canada.
So basically, what used to be NXT Takeover Toronto, it's something else now.
Yeah, you know Sean and Triple H, they like to steal
Takeover used to,
names.
because Takeover was basically NXT's version of the In Your House.
Yeah.
And then they actually started doing In Your House, and then they went to, I guess, getting their own names.
Let's see here. Yeah. Canada for Heat Wave on July 7th. So, I mean, I guess that would be their technically next big pay-per-view, because it shows that the next thing they have after that ain't till January, which is weird because I feel like they should have something in between there.
They
So
most definitely would have something between that then and January. That's just what they got for now. Because there's no way they're going to have pay-per-view in July and then not have another one until next year. Yeah, I don't see that happening. Yeah, that would be beyond crazy.
Yeah, see, they gotta. Hopefully, they update us on what they got going on, because even on Wikipedia, it shows Heat Wave on July 7th. July 6th is Money in the Bank, so the day before that, Money in the Bank. So it'll be Money in the Bank on July 6th, then Heat Wave on July 7th, then SummerSlam on August 3rd, Bash in Berlin on August 31st, and then Crown Jewel on November 2nd.
So they going to Saudi. So they go to Saudi twice a year now.
Yeah,
That's crazy. That Saudi bag got to be crazy,
brother. We know the Saudi bag crazy. It brought Sean out of retirement.
I forgot all about that. Yeah, that Saudi bag different. Sean did bring his ass out of retirement for the Saudi bag.
And Sean was coming out of retirement for nobody. Everybody kept asking, "Hey, bro, let me get a match. Let me get a match.
I mean, it was some heavy hitting people that they didn't call out of retirement.
Like everybody was begging Sean for a match, and then he was like, "Nah, bro, I'm sticking to it, bro. I'm retired." And then they're like, "Hey, the Saudi bag." He was like, "Hold on now.
They paying how much now?
How many zeros on the end of that check? You right? Hold on. Go throw on this do rag right quick."
Let me come out with my hair gone and eyes caught like a pistol, and let's get this going. I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I got the looks.
Oh God, good times. But yeah, I got Oba winning this match, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did lose via not actually getting pinned, but someone else getting pinned, and they move him up to face Trick, because again, they had to bring in Ethan Page to help out, because Noam Dar was kind of going to be his next opponent, and then they were like, "Yeah, let's throw this thing out the window real quick and bring Ethan Page." Did
Noam Dar get hurt, or they just really be like, "Hell no"?
That's a great question. Let me look that up, because that would be kind of interesting if he wasn't hurt and it was just like, you know what, this is probably not going to work. Let's. All right, let's see here. Nah, don't give me the kayfabe. Give me the real. Hold on. So that y'all still gonna kayfabe me and not gonna give me the real news? All they gonna tell me is Noam Dar out indefinitely after getting attacked backstage. Like, all right, bro, but like, All right, they're not telling me nothing. Oh wait, hold on. Is this it? Nope, the son old. Never mind. All right, I don't know. I don't know if he really injured or not injured or not. As of right now, they was just like, we're replacing this nigga with Ethan Page. So
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with Obafemi as the winning the title or retaining the title rather. Until I see something different from somebody. I don't see that happening. So yeah.
facts. So let's see. Next up, we get the NXT Tag Team Championship match. Axiom and Nathan Frazier versus the Good Brothers. Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. Honestly, might be their weakest match on the card, but I got Gallows and Anderson taking these belts so they can hold them up in front of Cody's dead body when AJ start beating up on dude. So yeah, because Nathan Frazier and Axiom, like, don't get me wrong, I like Axiom, but I could care less about Nathan Frazier. This tag team was supposed to die honestly by AOP, but they had to start some stuff for the draft. So yeah, I got the Good Brothers getting these belts.
Yeah. You ain't got much argument for me here on that one, brother. It's very easy for me that it's gonna be Axiom and very easy for me that it's gonna be the Good Brothers beating Axiom and the other guy, Nathan Frazier. Which you can see how much I think about that. Just said the other guy. Yeah, I don't see them winning at all. And them whole that raises that tag team division because we remember we was talking about that before. It was a point in time in wrestling where NXT arguably had the best tag team division in all of wrestling.
They did. They really did, honestly, because that was like American Alpha, Revival, Profits, AOP, DIY. Like, it was just a slew of teams.
They had a gang of teams there. Even their somewhat weaker teams were still really, really pretty damn good.
Ascension, Vaudevillains.
Vaudevillains. Was the
Lucha Dragons?
The Lucha Dragons. Hell, even Enzo and Cass.
Oh man, those my niggas.
Like, they had an incredibly strong tag team division at one point, and it has fallen off tremendously through no fault of their own. That's just how things happen sometimes, but they ain't really been able to replace it and fix that. So that's what they're working on now. I believe that's what they'll be getting done, starting with to help re-legitimize those tag titles. They're putting them on a team that's a real team, and they can really give that belt some weight. That way, the next team to beat them got a signature victory under their belt by beating those guys.
Let's do the right thing. Let's get back Enzo and Cass.
That would be great. I don't ever see it happening, but that would be cool if that were to happen. I don't see no world where that happens though, but because I think they got some problems with some people that's still backstage there. I don't know if Triple H himself has a problem with them, but I think it's some other wrestlers there that don't really fuck with them.
Yeah, I don't think Corey Graves was a fan of either one. And then
he don't fucking matter. They can get rid of him as far as I'm concerned.
Oh snap! That's crazy.
Real talent that fucking matters. Actually, I think is like I actually think I think Tama Tonga don't really care for him.
Oh snap! I forgot. Oh yeah, never mind. That ain't gonna work.
I think Tama Tonga don't really care for Enzo, and I think Miz got a problem with him too. I keep hearing people say they have a problem with this dude, but I don't ever really hear what the fuck the problem is. It's just they don't like him. So that's what I don't really be understanding. Because it's like, okay,
do business.
if you don't like him, cool, but exactly, still do business. Are you trying to make money or what? And I think that's a problem with a lot of these newer generations when it comes to wrestling, because it was just like, you think motherfuckers in the past didn't work, like still wouldn't work with motherfuckers they had a problem with? Bret Hart hated Shawn Michaels' fucking guts. Still worked with him. Still worked with him. They hated each other. Still worked together. A lot of motherfuckers that didn't like Shawn still worked with him. I'm pretty sure Taker and Stone Cold at some point didn't really fuck with him. They still worked with him. At the very least, be cordial enough for the person that still can come in and make us all money. The more money we make, the better it is for all of us.
Exactly. Well, speaking of more money we make, we are now in the main event. It's time for Trick Williams.
You must be sleeping under a rock or something, nigga.
Yeah. If you ain't know already, Trick Williams, NXT champion versus All Ego Ethan Page, making his in-ring debut already in AEW. He's now on the forefront of NXT in the main event. But can he actually get it done in his first match? He won't. He will not. I don't see them giving him the belt that quick. We can build to that at some point. But for now, I think he'll have a nice showing against Trick. But Trick's going to end up winning this match. Hands down.
I definitely believe he's going to have a really good match against Trick. I think he's actually going to somewhat be dominant against Trick. At least, I'll say this. That's the story I would tell. So to get a good story out of this, where you put it to where how I would book this and how you could have Ethan Page lose and still carry this feud on past this point, being that it's his first match, and you have him dominate Trick, but have Trick barely get the victory. Like, he just managed to pull the victory off. Like, he gets his finisher, hits Trick shot, get the pin, and he doesn't necessarily beat Ethan Page as much so as he escaped him. You follow me? He really beat him as much as he escaped Ethan Page. And when that occurs, I think you got the makings of a really good real good story right there. So you come back and tell the story of you got lucky. I figured you out. I know you. And then you can literally, until their next pay-per-view, which we're already in June, their next pay-per-view in July, you can just have Ethan Page playing mind games with them. You can have him interfering in matches with Trick. Not necessarily interfering, but just distracting Trick. You could have him distracting or interfering in matches with Lash.
See, there you go. That's the one.
You could make it to where Trick, and because that's her homeboy, you can make it to where Trick and Noam Dar have some sort of relationship. And just when he coming back from injury, you can have Ethan Page take him out again on some shit like, yeah, I'm coming after everything and everybody you care about because I want my rematch because you know you barely beat me. You know you survived me. You didn't beat me. Like, I feel like Ethan Page could really pull off that type of cerebral, I'm going to get in your head type of heel. I think he would thrive at that, actually. And he has the speaking capability to do it, and I think it'll add a sense of danger and aura to him if they did it that way. So I'm going to pick Trick as the winner, but there's a caveat to it. He's winning, but it's going to be a struggle to do so.
That was perfect. That's the best way to do it. That was the best way to do it. Because now the main event scene You'll still have Ethan Page there playing mind games. Oba might move up. Joe Coffey might also go up. Yeah, let's start building this. We got Trick Williams getting the W, but barely. At the end of the day, the room will still be rocking. It'll still be rocking. Thank you for joining us today. This was the NXT Battleground Predictions. We'll see you tomorrow.
Peace.
You must be sleeping under a rock or something.